Hello, everybody, and welcome to our coverage of episode 38 of Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu. This episode is called Ninja Roll. So, without further ado, let's roll. Look at it
Wow.
there.
Yeah, I saw what you did there, and I expected it to come from my
Nope,
mouth.
gotta beat you to the punch. Anyway,
Thanks.
LJ, would you mind giving us a recap for this episode?
Yep, I'm done. Bye.
Wow.
What? I minded.
Oh, okay.
No.
I see what you did there.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, as
so,
usual, links are in the description below. Okay, carry on.
Yeah. So we start off this episode. Okay, I just want to preface this. This is going to be interesting, considering normally how I started doing it was these have been uploaded to YouTube, and so I've been able to use YouTube to preview the episodes. Well, now it's not letting me do that, so I have to pick the episodes apart in my mind.
Because that's so hard to do, am I right? It's not like we just watched it 10 minutes ago or anything.
What if I told you I had short-term memory?
I guess I wouldn't be shocked. It would explain a lot of stuff.
What would explain? No, anyway, okay, so episode starts off standard intro, and I seriously forget where it starts.
Well, Jay, it starts with a fight. It's between Skylar and the Master of Four.
Okay, yeah, so... No, yeah, it's between Skylar and the Master of Sound.
Yeah.
Come on, now you're doing it. So, episode starts off, and there's a fight, and just a generic, almost room from the Matrix with a bunch of pots. And it's versus Skylar, who we learn is the Master of Amber, aka Absorption, like we all knew, and the Master of Sound, whose name I forget. Now, the Master of Sound, of course, is blind.
Yep.
That makes perfect sense. Unfortunately, he sucks. You'd expect someone to be blind to at least be able to be better.
He's pretty cool.
See without seeing.
He's pretty cool.
No,
he uses the guitar.
He's
got style points aplenty. And he smashes pots.
He's no Jimmy Stringer.
Yeah.
So, they fight, and there are a bunch of pots in the room, and the objective is to find the Fang Blade. Jade Blade,
Okay.
The Jade Blade in one of the pots. Now, Skylar finds it, and throughout this battle, we get some information about Skylar from, what's his name? Sensei Garmadon. There we go. Who somehow knows what Skylar is.
It.
And Kai...
It's because they announced it. They played it up like it was some big secret, but I mean, Chin just said it. So it's like it's not...
Master of Amber doesn't mean absorption. You don't absorb with amber.
Well, I mean, it must mean something related to it, or else they wouldn't call her that.
I suppose so. So, Kai is ecstatic to find out that he is in fact not related to Skylar. Match ends, Skylar wins, and Chen is offering all of them a reward. And the reward is a bunch of shiny things and diamonds and all sorts of nice things. But he's angry at Cole and Jay for trying to not fight in the last duel. So, he breaks one of the diamonds, says they get nothing because of that, and they all have to sleep in the chow room. So it sucks for them.
You're just trolling
and he
them.
he basically turns everyone against the ninja.
Good tactic. I like
it.
So
they're... Of course you do.
Cool villain Chin is.
So they all go to sleep in the chow room. Meanwhile, we find Cole. He has had his powers taken away. Sorry, Cole fans. And he's been given basically what seems to be an orange jumpsuit and thrown away. He's locked up.
Thrown away. Right into the proverbial garbage can.
Pretty much. He's... To take a term from TV tropes, I think, he's been thrown to the back of the bus, even though he hasn't, really. So he's been thrown away, he's locked up, he tries to break out, he's like, I can use my super strength, and he basically doesn't use his super strength at all, because he doesn't have it.
Yep.
Guards come, they take him, and he's going to be put to work. Where, you may ask? the noodle factory, or
Yeah.
the pasta factory, whichever one you took sides in the TTV episode. So he's jumping all around, going, "Oh my goodness! This is how they make the noodles. This is how they make the fortune cookies. Did you know there's a fortune in these?"
No, I had no clue.
No,
Breaking news.
I never
Let's
would
get
have
on that
imagined.
breaking news video. Eighth one in 24 hours. No,
Yeah,
ninth. We did make an eighth. Carry on.
yeah. So he is unfortunately devastated to find out that you cannot eat any of the products.
What a shame.
What a surprise. So he's put to work cutting the noodles along with Karlov.
Did not expect to see him again.
Yeah, no did I. Apparently that's where all of them are going. They get their powers taken and then they get put to work making the noodles.
Interesting.
So meanwhile, we cut to Nia, who is following a bunch of trucks, a bunch of supply noodle trucks, and she's going to investigate where they're going because they disappear at night. The noodles are in front of a store, one of Chen's noodle stores, who just so happens to be in the store. That's right. Our good old buddy-o, palo, friendo, Derek.
Yeah. He's back after finally getting a minifigure for him last year.
No kidding. So, Dareth is apparently upset that they ran out of something. I didn't ever catch what, actually.
Something, pot sticker.
Pot sticker.
Yes.
Okay. So, he is told to go talk to the people in one of the trucks and runs after Nia, who has disguised the vehicle she was using as one of the trucks, because apparently it has that technology.
Convenient.
So, he runs after her. Of course, because he doesn't have a car, because he's Derek. So, meanwhile, everyone in the room is woken up by what's his name?
Klaus. Do better,
Klaus.
live better.
I'm sorry. So everyone's woken up by Klaus, who he gets a bunch of thugs, and all the thugs go around to all the contestants and put on their feet roller skates. Get it? Ninja roll?
Makes sense.
No? Okay. Yeah. And he informs them that the competition will not be a duel per se, but everyone can affect the outcome. So, and it's going to be about between Lloyd and the Master of Form.
AKA shape-shifting.
Yeah. So, they get all the roller skates on and get to the roundabout, and the battle begins. Basically, Chen says, you don't really have to do anything, but you can be involved and you can pick sides, and totally turns everything against Lloyd.
Again, smart
and
move.
Everyone sides with Master.
Cool villain Chen is.
Yeah, So, antics ensue. Everyone's roller skating around. The lead is taken. It's taken back. It's taken. So on and so forth. Finally, the ninja basically decide to tell everyone about Chen's antics and what he's been doing and what the end goal of the tournament is. And they get a bunch of allies, and the Master of Mind confirms, and they all help Lloyd win by the skin of its teeth.
Yup. It's very, 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 very well done sequence. I've always enjoyed Ninjago episodes like that, going back to that one race episode during the filler season.
Yeah,
that was a very cool episode.
Yeah. Ton of antics ensue during this. Dark magic is attempted to be used again, but Sensei Garmadon beats the snot out of Klaus.
Yep.
So, as I said, Lloyd wins, and there's this funny joke in there regarding Chen's high score and a little bit of a hint toward Garmadon's past. So, in the episode, just go ahead and watch that. So, Chen is frustrated. He was going to disqualify Lloyd anyway, despite the fact he clearly won per the rules of the competition. But everyone threatened to quit, so he decided against it and made the Master Form lose.
Yeah.
Episode ends with Cole finding Zane and finding out that he's silver and
Titanium.
promising to break him out.
Titanium, I forgot, Meso. Thank you for reminding me.
No problem. You need a lot of help remembering things.
Thanks. And they reconvene, and before Cole is taken off with Karlov to make more
Karloff,
rules.
not Karlov.
Sorry, Meso.
It's no problem.
And that's where the episode ends.
It was a very, very well done episode, even if it kind of was a little bit of filler. Not really. Someone did get eliminated and some alliances were forged, but they're really no closer to finding Zane, and nobody's bothered to make the obvious Anacondri connection yet, which saddens me.
Of course.
Seems very blatantly obvious. But hey, that may just be from an outsider's perspective.
Maybe.
Yeah, there were lots of shenanigans with Chin, I guess you could say.
Chin?
Yeah, Master Chin. He did a lot of...
That was Master Chen. Oh no, don't do it. Stop. Nothing. Let's move on.
I was gonna make a joke. I guess you could say there were shenanigans.
Why?
This is how it feels, being around you, LJ. Taste of your own medicine.
I regret
But
nothing.
no, it was a pretty cool episode. I like the subplot with... Well, it wasn't really a subplot, it was just a couple jokes with Dareth, but it was cool to see him. Ninjago has quite a wide roster of characters, and it's good they're all being included in some capacity.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I really enjoyed the episode. It was really funny. I like the action. I noticed a little bit of a almost remix, a de-technoization of the rebooted theme.
And the Ninjago music
was-
is so good.
I love the Ninjago movie. That's soon. Love the Ninjago music. It's great.
The Ninjago movie's cool too. I mean, did you see that trailer? It was
We
like,
don't
wow,
know that.
lots of cool stuff going
We
on.
don't know that. But anyway, yeah. I really enjoyed the episode. It was action-packed, which is fantastic. A lot of funny jokes, especially with Cole, Karloff, and... there's one other. Pretty much them. And Chen was actually pretty funny a couple of times.
The reason I kept saying stuff like Chin's a good villain is 'cause people hate Chin as a villain. Not sure if you've been keeping up
Really?
with the reception for this season thus far. Nobody likes him. He's
I
like
did not
the
know that.
worst common denominator, least common denominator of all villains thus far because he's not threatening. He's like kind of like played for laughs a lot of the time, which is a fair point to make. He's just eccentric for the sake of being eccentric. It doesn't really seem like he's evil or has a lot of motivations behind him. But that makes sense to me because it's pretty obvious he isn't the main villain. I'd wager by the end of the season Pythor will be the main villain again. Chin's just a means to an end to get there, if that makes any sense. So I don't really have high standards for him. He's entertaining. That's about the best role he should fill. And he drives the story. So I'm content.
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't really minded him. I mean, he hasn't been overtly annoying.
Yeah.
But that is a very good observation. He isn't really a good villain.
No.
But I guess I guess we have to wait until he revives the Anacondre, which we know he will.
Eventually, although it seems like they're really gonna drag that along. We've got no movement forward on that plot as of yet. But I guess that's gonna happen soon because Cole and Zane are gonna figure out something and probably break out. But I thought it was a nice integration.
Yeah,
Lloyd got his vehicle in this episode, and I was wondering how the ninjas' vehicles were going to play in. Because none of them have been shown yet, and that's usually the first thing they do, is give them all their new equipment to plug the sets.
That's the thing. You know, okay, I have to ask, what are Lloyd's powers? They call him the Master of Power, but he transformed a vehicle into his.
They're so vague. Lloyd
I don't
Lloyd has
understand.
never had specifics on his power setup. It's always been very vague. All the way back to pretty much his creation and the whole green ninja thing. They always just described it as ultimate power. They never exactly got into what he does. He shoots green orbs at people. He can turn gold. He could turn gold for no apparent reason. Manifest a dragon, but he can't do that anymore. So all he can do is shoot his green orbs and apparently transform bikes, and not bikes, carts, and also bikes, I guess, because he had a bike before with the Technoblade. But yeah, he's a weird character. But I'm glad that he's kind of become a more integral part of the team now, and he just flows nicely with the rest of the cast, which is more than could have always been said for him. He used to be rather obnoxious. He's been integrated very well. But I think that's pretty much it for our coverage of episode 38 of Ninjago Ninja Roll. Season is going along very nicely thus far. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes in the future. And then, if you've been following along with Summer 2015 Ninjago, I have no clue how that's going to play into anything. It seems very distinct. It doesn't seem like the two are going too flow. It seems like it's just 2 stories in a year kind of thing. But, I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So thank you all for listening. We will see you next week for another exciting coverage. Goodbye.
Adios.